This is the all-new NAVEE UT5 Max electric scooter. Most electric scooter reviews happen on warm sunny days with perfect pavement, perfect conditions, but not today. Because if you live in Canada or anywhere with real seasons, that's not reality. I am skeptical and optimistic about how this thing will perform in these conditions. And I will purposely seek out potholes, uneven terrain, wet areas, and more. So over the next few days, I'm testing the NAVEE UT5 Max in really early spring conditions. Wet pavement, melting snow, potholes, and much more to see if this thing really is a daily commuter. So if you're in the scooter market, I'm going to be putting this thing through its paces so you can decide if it makes sense for you. Let's go. Actually, I'm curious if something like this makes sense. A middle-aged guy like me with cars, trucks, a garage full of tools, but I do have errands to run, and I do have a growing family to keep up with. The NAVEE UT5 Max debuted at the Consumer Electronics Show in 2026, and it was designed to be what NAVEE calls the daily driver for power users. So instead of being a lightweight toy scooter, this is designed to be a serious commuter. It packs 2,400 watts of peak power in the rear motor, and it has a top speed of 50 kilometers per hour, which I will be testing. And it has a weight capacity of 330 pounds, which means Mrs. DONSLIFE could ride with me. Range is also claimed to be 60 miles or 100 kilometers on a full charge. Now I know what some of you are thinking, a scooter? Aren't these for teenagers and college kids? Well, I used to think that too. But when you start looking at how practical these things are for quick trips, grabbing groceries, going to the gym, meeting somebody for coffee, they really start to make a lot of sense. Hey, I love to walk, but sometimes I just need to get where I'm going fast. And I do think products like this are becoming more interesting for people of my age because it's easy to get around and you don't have to fire up your vehicle every time. So let me grab a helmet and then let's take this thing out and see what it's like on the real Canadian spring roads. One thing you notice immediately is how stable it feels. The larger tires and suspension really help when you hit cracks and uneven pavement. Normally on smaller scooters, you feel every bump, but this one is surprisingly smooth. You definitely notice a difference in your hands. Your palms aren't absorbing all of the shock. And with the 2,400 watts of peak power, acceleration is actually pretty impressive. Well, range anxiety is dead. Range anxiety is one of the biggest concerns people have with electric scooters. With the claimed range by NAVEE for the UT5 Max, most people could ride several days before needing a recharge. Now, to be fair, how you ride is going to determine how much battery life you have. It also supports what they call flash charging, where with a 10 amp charger, you can fully recharge in about 2.5 hours. So if you commute with this during the day, you could easily top it up again in the evening and then have it ready for the next day. Now, since we're filming this in early spring, we've got wet roads and puddles everywhere. Fortunately, the scooter is IPX6 full body waterproof, so it's designed to handle rain and water spray. Obviously, you don't want to submerge it, but regular wet riding conditions shouldn't be a problem. It's so nice I don't have to worry about the puddles and the rain. I can just focus on riding. So while we're here, let's do a quick overview of all its parts. We have the front brakes, rear brakes, we have your dashboard, and a USB-C charger for your phone. So you have your on and off button here. Double pressing changes your modes. This is walking, eco, sport, and this special red button here is your boost. You have light control with this button here. We have our turn signal controls, left and right. Press it again to cancel. You have this buckle right here. You can hook things to it, but you can also use it to clasp when you fold down the scooter, so you can move it around or store it more easily. You also have a convenient bell right here. You have this convenient hanging hook for bags and cargo. Your charging port's behind this cover here. This is your deck. You have your kickstand, and under here is your battery compartment. And you have your tail light, also acts as a brake light and a reflector. You'll notice that the front wheel has spokes, but the rear wheel does not, because that's where your motor is. One thing that stood out to me is this thing is built really solid. So behind these covers, the frame is made of high strength carbon steel, which can handle quite a bit of weight, so you know that they had adult riders in mind. And check these out, these are 12-inch all-terrain tires. Compared to the small wheels that you find on regular scooters, these are made for the real road. It also has dual hydraulic suspension, which is supposed to smooth out bumps and rough pavement. Better to have it than not. I tried to hit every crack, every uneven piece of pavement, every pothole, and this scooter just plows right through. There is also quite a bit of technology built into this scooter. You can connect it to the NAVEE app to customize riding modes and adjust the regenerative braking. The regenerative braking is an interesting experience as you can feel the scooter intentionally slow down when you let go of the throttle. If you're into security and convenience, the NAVEE UT5 Max has you covered. It supports fly-lock Bluetooth unlocking, so the scooter can automatically unlock as you approach. There's even Apple Find My and Google Find My integration, which helps you track the scooter if it's ever lost. Plus, there are some body lighting features to help you be more visible at night. All of this is customizable within the NAVEE app. And if you're curious about top speed, they lied. I actually exceeded it and hit 52 kilometers per hour. Now, after riding this a while, I think the big takeaway is this is not just a toy or a gadget. It's actually a practical transportation option. And I think the audience for these is bigger than people realize. Teenagers will enjoy it. Commuters will appreciate it. But honestly, I think it's great for people in their 30s, their 40s, maybe even older, as a convenient way to just get around. So overall, the NAVEE UT5 Max feels like a really well-built commuter scooter. Really good power, suspension, range, and overall great build quality. And maybe the biggest surprise to me is just how practical this thing really is. For quick trips around town, something like this can genuinely save time and fuel. And as for cleaning, it's simple. Just use a wet, damp rag, wipe down any dirt or debris. If there's any buildup, consider using a soft brush, even a toothbrush, and just make sure that you're not using a garden hose or anything like that. And of course, the safety tip, make sure that if you're riding something like this, wear proper equipment, starting with the helmet, maybe even some pads. So if this is something that you want to check out for yourself, I know you won't be disappointed. I'll leave links in the video description below. And on that note, if you found this review helpful, hit that like button, please consider subscribing, and we'll talk to you next time.